Afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is another unscripted auction review. This time we're taking a look at a car that most people wouldn't find very appealing, but I thought was kind of neat just because you never see these anymore. It's a 22,000-mile 1999 Toyota Corolla VE, which was the base version of the Corolla in 1999. It's on Bring a Trailer. It's got less than an hour to go. Do a quick run through of this one. There's not a whole lot to talk about here, but it's a beige Corolla, not very interesting on the face of things, but we're seeing the steel wheels here. It just looks fantastic. As fantastic as a beige Corolla can look from this picture. 25-year-old car here, 25 years old. Do the math right here. Let's see, BAT Essentials. It's being sold out of Valencia, California. 22,000 miles, 1.8 liter inline four, that was actually the only engine in the Corolla in '99. It was 120 horsepower, 122 pound-feet of torque. You could actually get this with three different transmission choices. This is the least appealing, unfortunately, the 3-speed automatic. They did come with a 5-speed manual, and a 4-speed automatic was available on the CE and the LE trim levels. The VE the base, CE was the middle, LE was the top. Sand Drift metallic paint. I haven't looked it up, but I'm guessing that's the original color. Gray cloth, 14-inch steel wheels, discs and drums. Guessing this does not have ABS, though those were an option. Tinted windows. I could see that in the pictures here. Looks like the side and rear windows have been tinted. Not very dark, though. Air conditioning, cassette player, clean Carfax, sold by a dealer with no charges. Thank you. Let's see, not much new here, other than it does mention the aftermarket window tint. No reserve. Manufacturer's literature. That usually means an owner's manual or something like that. Clean Carfax, clean California title. We'll skim this here and then we'll get to the gallery. They have listed out the paint code in case you really need that. Black mirror caps, which would have been probably a CE, a VE or a CE only thing if I had to guess. These were very basic commuter cars when new. The VE was as inexpensive as $12,218 prior to a $420 destination charge. The automatic added $500 more. It does note there's a retractable antenna on the A-pillar here. Looking at it, it looks like an AM/FM radio was actually standard on these, so this has some kind of an upgrade. Here we see those basic 14-inch steel wheels, which was the correct original size. Should be a 175/65 tire originally, but somebody has put on a 185/65 Advanta, whatever that is, tire. That's not one I'm familiar with, but I do know the selection of 14-inch tires is quite small. So you kind of got to go with what you find unless you're looking for classic car tires, which would not be appropriate here. There's that cloth upholstery, kind of fun for an otherwise very beige car. I guess they're calling it gray. It looks more like tan to me, but Corolla branded floor mats. It does have air conditioning, a clock. I can see right now that clock is not an original clock. Defroster and a cassette stereo. Looking through the original options here, the defroster, rear heater, and heater ducts, I can't say that word, were all a $275 option together, as this probably has. It's probably on pretty much all of them. Inside, there's not a lot to look at here other than I really think this is, I would have called this beige, not gray, but maybe that was Toyota's term for it. 4-spoke basic steering wheel. That was on pretty much every Toyota at the time. It says 22,000 miles on it. There's our very basic engine bay. Not a lot to report here, although it's been detailed and looks very clean. Underbody, same thing. Let's click on the Carfax. One owner. We'll skim it. California, 882 miles per year. Not a lot of service history, as you'd expect. They took it to Sears in 2007. A few other later hits. It did go through emissions periodically. Looks like kind of bounced around different repair shops. Not all that surprising. Probably whoever had a coupon that week. This car shouldn't have needed much more than fluid changes in its life. So it was at an auto auction in June of 2024, picked up by a dealer not very long after and sold. So it was probably sold to traded into a car dealership and then hit auction. There's some videos. I'll watch these later. If there's anything notable, I will let you know. 133 pictures here. We can probably skim these pretty quick. Looks really clean. Window tints on both side windows. Black door handles were probably part of the CE if I had to guess. I see a license plate frame from Melody Toyota. So it's about as basic of a Toyota as you could get back then. Although the Echo, oh, was the Echo in 1999? I think the Echo might have come out the next year. So this was, I think, was the smallest Toyota in 2000. Yeah. The Corolla was as basic as you got in the Toyota lineup that year, because the Paseo, I think, was discontinued the year before, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I do see what I'm assuming are original California plates here. Melody Toyota in San Bruno, Bay Area car. Great climate for these, I mention that all the time. This thing is just spotless. Probably an older owner or somebody who commuted by public transit or worked from home, or maybe a combination of the three. Certainly those low miles are. It has an aftermarket windshield, I believe, here. I don't think that's factory. Let's see, we'll buzz through these pictures a bit more. That aftermarket window tint on it. Some little marks up out there on the windshield, or on the roof, sorry. I always like it when they give you a picture of the fuel cap. Here, this looks like the owner's manual case from Melody Toyota. There's some close-ups of those wheels with those tires that they say were freshly mounted Advanta tires. Wheels look great. Tires are clearly brand new. Crank windows. This did not have the optional power package, which there was a value package that came with air conditioning. No, it was not. Doesn't look like power windows were available on the VE. This will be more what this car doesn't have than what it does. It said that side airbags were an option. I don't think we're going to see those here. Very basic seats. Doesn't that upholstery pattern looks like it's almost worn from here, but it's probably not the best upholstery in the world anyway. And you don't even get an armrest here, just a pocket. What a basic automobile. You don't get a tachometer, you just get basic instruments with 2 gauges, 3 gauges I guess, with the speedometer. Coin holder, a little storage bin. That's about as decadent as you're going to get here. No cruise control, no intermittent wipers. You had a low, high, off, and a mist mode, which you just run once and it pops right back down. Look at those basic instruments with a bunch of warning lights. Not illuminated, of course. 22,000 miles on the dot there. It's kind of fun. There's that cassette player and AC. So these did not come standard with AC or a cassette player. Might have been a dealer install, might have been factory, hard to say. That's where the clock should be, the factory clock. This is quite obviously not, and it looks like they've maybe screwed that in there somehow. There's that 3-speed automatic, and a little storage bin there. You did get an ashtray and a lighter. Not a lot of 99 cars had those still. That was when they were starting to get rid of those. Another little coin holder here. When in doubt, you have lots of room for the coins from the money you saved by buying the cheapest car. Glove box, a passenger airbag, dual airbags, a federal requirement by then. A little bit of marks on this door panel. Probably could get those out. Don't even get map pockets back here. You do get another little ashtray. No rear seat heat vents that I can tell. I think they would be there, but I'll admit I'm not 100% sure. Seatbelts look like they've kind of started to turn purple, which would be a fading thing, but the paint is so nice that maybe it's just maybe it's a filter. That headrest is on backwards. Very basic bench seat. I'm not sure this had a folding rear backrest on this trim level. It looks like that was part of the CE for a split fold. So you don't get a lot of cargo utility here. Original floor mats and carpets all look really nice. Spare, I doubt, has been on the ground. I don't know, that said there's some wear here on the jack arm. I don't see the jack. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Under the hood, that insulation looks nice. Not much to look at here. There's no ABS on this one. There would have been a pump somewhere in here. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Did these? I know early versions of these didn't have power steering, but it was standard by '99. That might have been the year prior. I remember driving one of these that did not have power steering. It might have been the Chevy Prism or the Geo Prism. That was a long time ago, though. Underneath, this just looks like a California Bay Area car. It is just spotless. Little scuff there. Somebody's run over something, but my goodness, this is a museum piece. Somebody's marked some blue here, some sort of a sealant around the drain plug. This just all looks fantastic. Buzz through these pretty quick. the end of the auction here, I'll tell you what the selling price was for this. Again, this was a no reserve auction. This is the kind of car you could just drive forever and ever. This is just peak Toyota reliability. This is a nice thing. They've put the they've given you pictures of all of the VIN stickers that were on all the panels. A lot of automakers do this. Toyota is definitely known for it. These actually say NUMMI on them, which was the assembly plant. It's now a Tesla plant in Fremont, California. They built these. It was a joint venture with General Motors by this point. Just a couple more pictures. Yep, there it is. New United Motor Manufacturing Incorporated, built in July of 99, very late 99. I don't know if you can read the date these were built. I don't think so. This would have been one of the very last. Here's your owner's manual packet. Basic stuff here, nothing real interesting. If you don't know how to operate this car, that's kind of fun. They put the pocket owner's manual. Let's be a quick guide. Hung it from the mirror. It's a dealer with a sense of humor. All right, that's at 73.50 to go. It'd be fun to see where this ends up. This would have been when it was new somewhere, if I had to guess, doing some quick math here, because again, there weren't many options on these. This was probably somewhere under 14, if I had, definitely under 14, and probably more like 13,500 MSRP when it was new, and probably a decent discount on it. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment if there's anything I can do to improve these. Try to do this one a bit shorter here, so hopefully it's a shorter watching time. Thanks so much.